Hello and welcome to another Guild Ball Informer video. You're joined by me, Jay, and today's video, as you've seen by the title, is called Spreading the Guild Ball Love. So, the story behind Spreading the Guild Ball Love. I'm really enjoying being involved with you all on social media and the other people who are providing content for Guild Ball, be that through podcasts or YouTube or straight up social media through posts on various pages. So the purpose of this video is to make sure you guys are getting everything you want. So I'm gonna give you sort of links to all the different podcasters and YouTubers, etc., just to make sure you guys are across that and you're getting as much Guild Ball as you can in your lives, because that is always a good thing. And it's also a bit of a shout out to everyone else. A lot of them I've become quite close with, chatting and stuff, for the work they're doing for Guild Ball. So without further ado, we're going to jump straight in, and I think we're going to start with YouTubers. So first and foremost, it goes without saying, if you're watching this, you are already watching the Guild Ball Informer YouTube channel. So first of all, thank you. This channel is here to provide news, reviews, battle reports, Q&A shows, hobby tips, and anything in between. So if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button below and please comment and get involved in the videos. I would also point you over to the Guild Ball Informer Facebook page, which is the Facebook page of the channel, and I must say a very good Guild Ball community on there. There's a lot of activity on there at the moment. I'm really enjoying it. So that's me. I would really appreciate if you go and subscribe. And then the other guys, the first one I'm going to do is Jamie Giblin of Guild Ball TV. So for those of you who aren't aware, although I'm sure some of you are, if you go onto the GBHL podcast YouTube channel, which is predominantly a Hobbit and Lord of the Rings SBG channel, one of the channel hosts, Jamie Giblin, every Tuesday he does a slot called Guild Ball TV. So if you subscribe to that YouTube channel on, phone's ringing, very professional, on Tuesdays you will receive Guild Ball content. He's recently put up a Meet the Masons video, which is sort of a season 1 team review thing we've been doing with tips and tactics. He showcases his armies. There is a 3x3 learning the game battle report that myself and Jamie did, so I would strongly recommend that you guys search on YouTube for the GBHL podcast, subscribe, and every Tuesday you will get some Guild Ball content, and check out the Hobbit stuff because it is a great game. That is my history of wargaming. So that's Jamie Giblin of Guild Ball TV. And another place you may recognise Jamie Giblin from is Steamforged News. That's right, Steamforged themselves, Guild Ball, are now posting their Teaser Tuesday along with an update of all things Guild Ball from their end on YouTube every Tuesday, hosted by Jamie Giblin. So go and check that out, guys. Subscribe to Steamforged on YouTube and you get a teaser of something that's to come every Tuesday. You also get products they're working on, news, reviews, lets you know about tournaments and stuff. So they're putting out that video every week and it's very handy to watch. So that, guys, is Steamforged News and Guild Ball TV. And last, but by no means least, is the Battle Hammer. The Battle Hammer is Straw and Parker, who might add have both come into the Scarlet Shield on the 14th and 15th of November, so good job on that one. Looking forward to meeting you guys and having a beer or 7. The Battle Hammer are a wargaming channel, predominantly Guild Ball. Guild Ball's taken over there, which is a good thing. And they've done an errata video now and sort of tips for getting into the game, but predominantly they are putting out Guild Ball battle reports, which is something my channel hasn't been doing yet due to not being able to on my own with the other content and stuff. But yeah, go and check them out. They are crazy, they are loud, they are fun, but you've got to love them, and they have lots and lots of Guild Ball battle reports on there for you to check out. Battle reports, I think I'm going to start referring to as match reports. It doesn't sound right compared to other war games. Lots of Guild Ball match reports on there for you guys to check out. So that is your YouTube section of Guild Ball pretty much covered. Next we're going to do podcasts, and we are quite spoilt for podcasts. So we're going to start with the original Guild Ball podcast, which is Guild Ball Tonight. That is Phil and Bill. They do an excellent job. I think it's fortnightly. Don't quote me on that, and apologies if I'm wrong, but they do a brilliant podcast once a fortnight, a couple of times a month. Very good show, some really good topics, and they've had some amazing guests on there. Like they've had, I think, is it Sherwin who wrote the fluff for Guild Ball? They've also had Doug, who did the sculpts for the Guild Ball models. They've got some very interesting interviews on there. Matt and Rich and Jamie P also frequent the show quite a lot, so very much worth a listen. There's quite a good back catalogue as well, so if you've not checked out Guild Ball tonight, it's well worth going and sitting. It's great for painting or while you're commuting. Maybe have a listen to those episodes and check it out. We love Phil and Bill. I've spoke to Phil quite a lot, maybe not so much Bill, but go and check them out. Both lovely guys, and gotta love what they're doing in America. And then second up, another brilliant podcast, very different reasons, is Who Cares Who Wins? That is by Steve Newton and Chris Rutter. Again, both also coming to the Scarlet Shield. Good job. Who Cares Who Wins is nuts, and they very, very occasionally talk about Guild Ball. They've got a bit of a fetish for Richard Madeley, and they are good fun. This thing has had me belly laughing in public more than once when commuting to work and stuff. Again, I think they're about 6 episodes in. Couldn't recommend checking them out enough, and you will find them also on Twitter at WCWW Podcast. And backtracking a little bit, if you want to find Guild Ball Tonight on Twitter, they are at GBT Podcast. So there's some Twitter links for both of those guys. I would recommend checking them both out. And then third up is one, I must be honest, I've not listened to yet. I've listened to half of the first episode. It's definitely on my to-do list. I'm excited to listen to it. And that is Smash Shins, which is a third podcast for YouTube dedicated to Guild Ball. And I believe these guys do a very good narrative style of match report in their episodes. So go and check those out as well. I think it's Carl over there. Apologies, I've not listened to them yet, but it's definitely going to get done this week. I'm going to catch up, guys. And then last is a bit of a... this podcast isn't purely Guild Ball related, but I'm going to give a shout out to the Tabled podcast, which is co-hosted by Simon Burdett, who's came to all of the Manchester events by now. Very nice guy, Butchers player, although he does own most of the teams that Facebook shows me. And you can find him at Spuddy Burdett, spelled SPUDDY BURDETT. So Tabled podcast do cover plenty of Guild Ball stuff as well. Also worth noting, backtracking again, I'm not very prepared for this video, I apologise. The Who Cares Who Wins boys, I've got a tournament on the 12th of December in Stockton, and I believe Simon's just announced the tournament as well, so get over to their Twitter pages with the links I've told you, and please get involved. I'm definitely at the Who Cares Who Wins one in Stockton. I'm hoping to make Simon's in Leeds, so I'd love to meet you guys there. And of course, I am hosting a 2-day event on the 14th and 15th of November with Jamie Gibbon of Guild Ball TV. So that, guys, is literally, you've got 2 or 3 four YouTube providers, including myself, and you've got 4 podcasts, so there is plenty of Guild Ball content covering tactics, reviews, and things that you guys can listen to. I love the podcast, I love the YouTube stuff, but it's also worth checking out Facebook. As always, Facebook is crazy for wargaming pages. And without blowing my own trumpet, I must admit I would recommend you all to check out the Guild Ball Informer Facebook page. It's not as big as some of the other ones, but it is growing rapidly, and the community on there is great. I think it's one of the most active, and there's a lot of fellow channel house Chris Hay does a weekly post over the weekend saying, let's see what you're all up to. Everyone shares what they're painting, what they're doing, what they're playing. It's a really nice chat to be involved in. So yeah, I'd recommend checking that out on Facebook. And then Twitter, I actually think, and this surprised me because I wasn't huge on Twitter, I am now. I think there's more Guild Ball going on Twitter than Facebook, and a couple of people worth following. The first one is Jamie Perkins, lead playtester and a little bit of a Guild Ball guru, I must say. Very nice bloke as well. I've had the privilege of him battering me in the game a couple of times, and you will find him. And his Twitter handle is at GB_JamieP. He's well worth following because he also promotes all the events. So if you follow him, you'll see events coming up in your area. The next one is fellow Guild Ball Informer channel host Chris Hay, and you will find him on Twitter at CDHay. And the last one, yet another shameless plug, I'm afraid, at GB Informer, which is, of course, me / the channel. I use that account as my account now. So I hope that's driven you to find some new stuff for you to watch while you're painting, or just to cure the Guild Ball itch. And anyone who I have mentioned, any of you podcasters and YouTubers who I've covered in this video, I challenge you all to do your own Spreading the Guild Ball Love segment. And that way we're making sure that everyone in the Guild Ball community has access to everything they could need Guild Ball, and they're getting directed to all of our content, because together we are making a pretty good community. So that's all from me, guys. As always, please comment, like, share and subscribe, and happy guild balling, and we'll see you in the next video.